Hello and welcome to Teacher Ruhullah's channel. In this video, I'm going to work on question 2 of the last part of data handling of Cambridge Primary Mathematics Learners Book 4. And this question is about tree diagram. And tree diagram is a diagram which is shaped so that each branch shows a possible outcome. So the question over here says, write the questions to sort the shapes using a tree diagram. The shapes that we have are triangular prism, cube, tetrahedron, octagonal pyramid, cylinder, square-based pyramid, hexagonal prism, and a sphere. And we are given a hint also over here. It says to sort the 3D shapes, think about the number of the faces, the shapes of the faces, the number of the edges, and also the number of the vertices. And at the bottom of the page, it says, let me scroll down, it says, extra challenge. Try to think of the questions so that sort the shapes so that the yes and no groups are the same size, so that you have one shape in each gray box. This simple tree diagram is given here, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 shapes and 8 gray boxes. So we have to put one of the shapes in each of these boxes. Well, let me scroll a bit up. So over here, we have to consider the faces of the shapes, the edges of the shapes, the number of the vertices, and also if they are prism, pyramid, or any other shape. Well, to start with the top question over here, so that we should put all these 8 shapes in this tree diagram, the question is there at least 4 identical faces? Let me write it here. Is there at least 4 identical faces? Identical faces are the faces that are the same, exactly the same. We have 2 options, yes or no. If yes, then the question is it a prism? Is it a prism? Again, we have 2 possible answers. We have yes and we have no. If the answer is yes, again, it is asking, are all the faces the same? Are all the faces the same? Again, we have 2 possible answers, yes or no. If yes, what shape can it be? From these shapes that we have here, which of them having all the faces the same? Or the shape of all the faces are the same? That is the cube. I will write the name only. Let me scroll a bit down. Okay, I will write the cube in this gray box. It is the cube. If all the faces are not the same, but it is a prism, this is the hexagonal prism. In the question that asks, is there at least 4 identical faces? 4 identical faces means, is there at least 4 faces that are the same? Yes, there are. One of them is the hexagonal prism, the other one is the cube, and the third one is the octagonal prism, which is having more than 4 identical faces, and the fourth one is the square-based pyramid. The square-based pyramid. So one of the answers that we have is the cube, because all the faces are the same. So the cube is the one that has the same faces. But if all the faces are not the same, but there is at least 4 identical faces or 4 same faces, and at the same time it is a prism, so that one is hexagonal prism. I will write here hexagonal prism. We are done with the two gray boxes. If the question to is it a prism is no, what should be the next question? The next question is asking, is it at least having one square face? Or I can write, is there at least one square face? Is there at least one square face? For the two shapes that we have considered, the octagonal pyramid and also the square base pyramid, if the answer is yes, which of these two shapes can be there? It is the square base pyramid. I can say yes, it is the square based pyramid. Square based pyramid. Let me write in a way so that I can be able to write all of them. Square based pyramid. The one which is having at least one square face is square base pyramid. If the answer is no, then it is octagonal pyramid. I will write octagonal pyramid. Octagonal pyramid. The one which is having at least 4 identical faces but not having any square faces is octagonal pyramid. We are done with the yes part of this question, which is asking, is there at least 4 identical faces? So the answer which says yes is again asking, is it a prism? If yes, it says, are all the faces the same? If yes, it is a cube. If no, it is a hexagonal prism. If the answer to the question, is it a prism, is no, then it's asking, is there at least one square face? If the answer is yes, it is a square base pyramid. If the answer is no, it is octagonal pyramid. Octagonal pyramid. Well, let's move to the part which says no. So the answer to this question, the question at the top which says, is there at least 4 identical faces? If the answer is no, there is a follow-up question again. What should be the question? The question can be, is there at least 2 triangular faces? At least 2 triangular faces. Again, we have 2 possible answers. One is yes and the other one is no. If the answer is yes, again we have another question that should be asked. So this question is asking, is there at least one rectangular face? Let me write. Is there at least one rectangular face? If the answer is yes, what is that shape? We have some shapes over here. We are done with these shapes. We are done with the cube. We are done with the octagonal pyramid. We are done with the square base pyramid. And we are done with the hexagonal prism. 4 of the shapes are done. So the ones which are having at least 2 triangular faces is the triangular prism and tetrahedron. Now it is asking, is there at least one rectangular face? So which one of these 2 is having that property? The triangular prism. So I have tried, for the yes, I have tried triangular prism. Triangular prism. Triangular prism. For the part which says no, I will write down here tetrahedron. Tetrahedron. So the one which is not having any rectangular faces is tetrahedron. So we are done with the triangular prism and also with the tetrahedron. Only 2 shapes are left there. For these 2 shapes also we have to ask a question. We should have a question. The question here is having, is there at least two circular faces? Is there at least two circular faces? If the answer is yes, what is that? If the answer is no, what shape is that? So again, we have two options. One is yes and the other one is no. The answer which says yes is the cylinder. Cylinder is having two circular faces. So the option which says yes, we have to write cylinder. Cylinder. And the one which says no, we can write sphere. So we are done with this tree diagram, and we could put all the 3D shapes in the gray boxes. Starting from the left, the first one is the cube. The second one, which is no, is hexagonal prism. The third one is square-based pyramid. The fourth one is octagonal pyramid. And the fifth one is triangular prism. The sixth one is tetrahedron. The seventh one is cylinder. And the eighth one is sphere. We could ask the questions and we could write the answer and put the shapes in the possible places. I hope it helps you answer the question which is on page 105. On page 105 of Cambridge Primary Mathematics Learners Book 4. And if you still have any questions about data handling, about tree diagram, you can ask me in the comment section under this video. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share the video with your friends, your classmates, and your students as well. Have a nice time, and thank you so much.